Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farmville. If we have a look in here, planting, we can plant canola the next month or two. But yeah, poplar down here, I mean it's end of the planting season now. I wouldn't do it at the moment, that's something that I will leave. So that's something that we could work on. Potatoes, sugar beet, sugar cane, cotton, grapes and olives are all out. I'm not going to do those. The rest of them though we are going to do, and we're going to see what we can do with them. I can't help but notice that the harvest window for these here, soybeans, the sunflowers and the corn, is quite late in the year. Which means that it's going to be fairly dark when we come to do our harvesting because of that. Which I'm never really sure about. Like, I do get it, and it does fit with the feel of the game and everything, but it kind of makes the whole experience a little bit dull when you're watching it on a video. So yeah, I'm never really quite sure whether I should be doing that or not. Let me see if the hired help will go. Which way is he going to go? Right, so we've only got 4 directions that the hired help is going to go. In which case, I will run it down here like this, just so that we can get a little bit closer to the road, a little bit further away from the road, rather. I'll go back up to the other end, and then we want to start this one from the other end, by the look of it. I've come down to the other end. I'm just lining it up there with the straight line that we've already got there on the plough. And that should now carry on. So there may be a little bit left over. We're not going to worry about that. We are going to start doing our baling. So let me start this one up. Lower it down, and we've got 700 litre bales right here. I won't keep any of this. This can all be sold, which is a little bit of extra money coming in. And yes, we do have 1.5 million. I'm not going to rush off and spend it all. I'm not going to go and buy all of the land. The suggestion I made of only doing wheat to go into flour and then into a bakery, I've had a bit of a breakdown on that one. Some of you suggesting that I shouldn't go for the bakery. Instead, what we should do is we should only process it the once and then sell the flour from it, rather than doing the 2 processes and selling it as bread, because it's more time consuming, but also if we're relying completely on getting only wheat and then turning that into bread, we may be restricting ourselves quite a bit because of the lack of grain that we'd have coming in. We'd have to grow quite a lot of wheat in order to make it work properly. And yes, I do see that argument. That is actually really well thought out. I was wondering about that myself. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to state definitely that we won't have a bakery, but I will start off with just doing a mill, and that way we can also grind up some of the barley or oats into flour as well. I think also corn, you can do it, and we will make several of them into flour if we feel that that is going to be beneficial to us. Now you've got to remember we are on the easy economy, which will make it a little bit better for us. And the reason I've chosen to do that is because the one problem that you have with this game now, because we've got the whole realistic seasons and everything, it does take a while to actually get through and do anything, which is why I've got it on 1 day per season. And also why a lot of people in the comments were like, you really need to find a way to be able to rush through the seasons as quickly as possible. Animals possibly give us something to do during the winter, but what I might do is I might just sit there and spam the button for sleeping and get right through the winter, at least to start with, until we have got some animals there. And then for the most part we don't need to do a lot with animals. I did suggest that we could have either a dairy where we're making cheese for the farm, or we have the bakery and we make bread on the farm using the wheat that we grow. And a couple of suggestions that I had was that if I was to only have the mill and turn the wheat, turn any of the grain into flour, then I could also have a small dairy and make some cheese. But if I was to just have a small dairy instead of a bigger one, we could make a little bit of cheese on the side, because there is actually a couple of mods that sort of represent a small farm type dairy rather than a great big one, and that would be something that we could use to have a small amount of cheese being made on the farm, and then the rest of the milk that's being produced is just sold as milk, which I kind of like. I kind of like that idea. That particular mod that I'm thinking of is one that I'm already using in the time-lapse series, and it is a small-scale situation, and I think that could actually work out really well. So we may go and do that. I don't need to worry about it at the moment, because we've got quite a little while before we're going to be having any milk ready to go. I'm not doing sheep. I'm not doing pigs. I'm not doing horses. Those I've already ruled out. I might do sheep on here. We have got a chicken pen here, so we could go and do some chickens. I kind of like the idea of doing some chickens, actually. I think it could be quite a good thing to do. We can put a little bit of grain in there. We can fill up the pen for the chickens, and you get some eggs. So we get regular supply of eggs. Now, at the moment, there's sale points in the town. We can go and buy, like there's a mill and stuff in town that we can go and buy. If we're doing a sell point for eggs and milk and stuff like that, I don't really want to have this whole we're driving into town every time we want to do it. I feel that a regular sale once a month, because we're only doing 1 day a month, a regular sale, at the start of each day, we gather up the eggs and the milk that we've got, and we sell them straight away. So if I'm going to do that, what I might do is put a sell point right on the side of the road, so that we've got instant access to the sell point, and we literally just gather up the stuff and drive straight over it. I feel it would be a more realistic approach, because we're selling the stuff on the side of the road. Milk these days, you don't take your milk to market, certainly not in the UK. I don't think most of Europe either. You don't take your milk anywhere. They come and collect it from you. So us driving our milk into town every day would be completely out of character for farming in general. So that's one of the reasons that I don't want to do it. Now then, let me just make sure we have got the square bale 20s. So we can press R for R and get this one loading, and we can try out our little trailer. So this straw that we have got here, I'm going to sell all of it. And as I said previously, I'm going to keep the straw on from things like corn, and for this here, the canola, and I think sorghum also gives us some as well, and also the soybeans. That straw I will sell. I like this mod. I like the idea of selling the additional straw that we get. I've never actually done... actually, that's not true. I have done bean straw once in my life. But I have done quite a lot of pea straw. That's something that I have done a lot of, and I think that it's a good one to have. I like the idea of selling off a little bit extra from the crop. We could chop it if we wanted to, and we could incorporate it back into the soil, because that we've got the chop straw mod going as well on here. So if you have a look in here and we go over to crop types, growth, soil composition, right there, you can see that we've got no fertilizer on these two fields, and that is because I didn't chop the straw. So I've got a choice. I can either chop the straw, we bale it up like this, and then we sell it, or we use it for the cows to make manure if we want to, or we can chop it and incorporate it into the soil, and then that will give us some a layer of fertilizer. So we've basically got a straight choice between the two. Right, so there's that one. They've changed the way the script works ever so slightly on these trailers. So now the straps don't come on until you finish doing your loading bit. We've got 57 out of a potential 72 bales that we can put on there. I'm selling these straight off the field. I'm not going to store them anywhere for better prices later on. So if you have a look in here, straw, 39,900. No sell point. Best time to sell them is in January when it goes up to 148. Right now... Wait, it says no sell point. How am I supposed to sell it if I got no sell point? Straw, right there, 1,000, no selling point available. So I'm not sure how it's telling me that we've got something. Well, these have all got selling points, but I don't have a selling point for straw. I'm going to have to build one. A biomass heating plant. We can put straw in there, but we've got one of those. We actually have a biomass heating plant. Have a look in here. Biomass power plant, wood chips, and straw. We can have 18,000 litres of incoming material right there. This one up here takes manure, slurry, or silage into our biogas plant that we got. Or we've got this one where we can put the stuff in. This does 24 cycles per month and takes 1,500 litres per time. And it gives us 131 in electricity. And I have no other sell points. So I think what we will do then, just to start off with, is we will take this and we will take it to the biogas plant. Rather than me finding another sell point and building it at the moment. And we'll see about doing something else with it later on. Now this trailer that I've got, I could leave this one at the biogas plant and we can use that without any problems. I think I'll leave the tractor part here as well for now. Biggest problem I'm going to have is, can I get in here with our dual wheels on? Because it's only a small gateway, and also I'm going to have to throw these bales in by hand in order to get in here. This trailer is not necessarily the best one for this job. Go past, car. Go. Oh, it's because of the trailer. That's not helpful, is it? Right, let me swing around. Okay, we can easily get in here with the tractor, but getting up there, that might be a little bit more difficult. How am I going to do this? Can I reverse in there with this one? It's a good job we changed the front wheels, because otherwise I wouldn't have a hope of being able to do this. Even now, this is not an easy thing to maneuver. Let's just bring that round a little bit. There we go, that's better. And then back that way. There we go. Slowly, and now we want to bring it on round and straighten it up. Excellent, look at that. Right, and bring it all the way up to there. I don't know how far we want to be up here. If I take those straps off. Oh, I see. I see. This is one of the type that I don't like. You've got to lift it up and put it in there, which means that you have to have a front loader in order to do it, which I really don't want to be doing that. Alright, I'm going to do it once with this lot that we've got here, and I'm not going to do it again. This is all I'm doing. So I need to put 18,000 litres in here, which means a good 20-odd bales. We had something like 50 bales in here. So I will chuck in enough bales to fill this one up. But this is not something that I'm planning on doing regularly. I think we might even just sell this biogas plant because I don't like doing this. This is never something that I've enjoyed doing, having to load a thing like this. If I want to do something like that, I would rather find another way of doing it. I've chucked in way more than it actually holds in there, purely because I want to see if it will, like, allow it to refill in a little while once it sort of does a cycle. So we'll see how that works out. Now, this one's doing an excellent job of plowing. We don't need to worry about that one. It can just carry on and just keep on working. We need to have a slight plan of what we're going to do. So we've got 4 fields down. Well, we've got 5 fields down through here at the moment. And we've got in this field 1 does actually need plowing. It's got a needs plowing on it. So we're going to have to do that. That'll be a spring crop, I should think. I was kind of thinking that these fields here would be better off being something other than arable crops if we were to do grass in here, and then we could change some of these, well, have some of these bigger fields as the arable fields, but I don't know at the moment. That's kind of something that we will work on a little bit later. So none of these have actually got anything in them apart from field 15 up there, which has only just been planted, so I don't think we're going to get a cut off of that this year. We got 17 and this line down through here. And then if we have a look at farmland, there's some sections down here. So I'm not really sure what this is. Oh, that's a sawmill. Right. I don't need to worry about that one. The biogas plant here that we've got, number 31, is valued at just 21,000. So I don't know if we'd be able to sell that one off and get rid of it. It might be something we can do if I have a look at it like this. Let's see. That will sell for 160,000. So we might do that. We might just sell that one off and then plow it up. Though that means that we will have to try and get rid of all these bits around the edges, which I'm not entirely sure that we can do. Oh. Apparently we can. I just deleted one little bit of fence. But I've still got those placeables there. I may have to edit the map or something. I don't know. But we'll see about that. I might just sell the piece off rather than trying to plow it up or anything. We'll have a look at that. So I think I will plant canola in field 5 right here. I don't know what else I'm going to plant here yet. These 2 I think we will do as grass because they're really small fields. And then 1, 4, and 5. For now, we will put something else in. We'll put an actual crop in there. I don't know what it will be. But if I'm going to put canola in one of these fields, well, we'll say 5. We'll put canola in number 5. I don't want to do it this month. I'm going to want to do that next month. There isn't really anything that I do want to do this month apart from possibly buy chickens. But do I have any food? I've got a little tiny bit of oat and a little tiny bit of canola, which I don't think is enough to be able to be feeding chickens. Like, you do actually need quite a bit. I don't know how many can we have in here? Let's have a look. There we go. Right. 360. 360 chickens is going to take... It's 5 litres per chicken per month. That makes 21,600 litres for a whole year to feed those chickens if we had a completely full pen. So I do want to wait a little bit longer before I feed the chickens at all. I can't remember what the numbers are for the cows and for calculating how much we need for those, but we're not going to worry about them yet. I don't think there's anything else that we need to do today, because the reason that I don't want to do canola just yet is because if you have a look at the planting time, if we plant here in August, it means that you're harvesting in... Well, that's barley. Yeah, I'm happy to harvest in August if we do the later one. The barley... Barley I'll actually want to plant in October so that we have a later harvesting on barley. But anyway, let's go and get some sleep. So it's August at the moment, which means that once we've slept, we are looking at a brand spanking new day. So we sleep, but also it's a new season, which means I need to do one of my terrible, terrible events. It's a foggy morning here, and we have rain forecast for later in the day. Well, it's a little bit in the middle of the afternoon, but it's only going to be a few showers. Now, what I want to do is I want to find a D20, which is what I'm doing. That's why I'm busy. You know what? Let's go and watch some work in a field while I'm messing around with this. So I'm looking for a D20. I have, if you recall, 18 different things to choose from. If I roll a 19 or a 20, I re-roll. Let's roll, and I've shaken a 15 this time, so what's 15? Seriously? I've had one good event since I started doing all of this. There's an even number. I got 18 events, 9 of them are good and 9 of them are negative. I've had one good event, and it was about the worst possible scenario that we could have had from a good event. That's the only one I've had. I just rolled a 15. That one is fire. Sell a machine to the store and buy it back. I suppose it could have been worse. We could have had everything self-destruct. Right. Oh, that actually means that we have to randomly select a machine to sell to the store and buy back. So let me go to... It's here, isn't it? Right. How many have we got here? I've got 22 right here. So for 22, I'm going to take 2 D12s. I'm going to roll them. If I end up with a 23 or a 24, I'll re-roll. I have got a 4 and a 5, so that's 9. So I want to count down this list to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A Kubota DM 5040. Right. What is the Kubota DM 5040? It's not that tractor. In which case, let's go and have a look in our shop, because I actually want to sell it straight off like this. Kubota, the mower. Kubota DM54. It's the mower. Right, so it's that mower right there. I want to sell that one. That's brand new. We haven't even taken it out of the yard of the dealership yet. 16388. I can't even move it over to the dealership bit. We're just going to sell it as it is right there, and then I need to go buy it back. That's brand spanking new. I haven't even taken it away from the dealership. How is that, like... I'm not sure how that justifies, but anyway, it has. That's cost us about $4,000 to do that. That's ridiculous. That is utterly, utterly ridiculous. I think I changed the frame to be orange as well, didn't I? Yes, I did. I did it like that. Right, let's buy that one. Back again. There we go. Right. So there's our terrible, terrible event that happened. Now let's go and have a look in our... here in the straw. You know, it would probably help if I started that one up so that we had it running. That would have been a little bit better. That would have been an awful lot better than not having it running. Okay, so what I wanted to do was... Oh, it is doing it. You can see it right there. It's slowly draining out the straw that we've already got. So if I can get the rest of the straw here... Okay, I can't pick up a couple bales at a time because I've got to turn round to do it, which makes it a bit more difficult. I'm going to take all the rest of the straw that I've got here, and I'm just going to toss it into the bin there, and then that can just keep running until we have run out completely of straw that's in there, which is going to be a couple of months, I would have thought, to work through it all. Right, that's the last of the straw gone in there. We'll just leave that now. That's just going to keep running until we've completely run out of straw. And I'm going to head to Field 5 with our seed drill that we've got, and we're going to plant canola there. And the reason that I am doing it with that one at the moment, because I said I didn't really like that one, and I was thinking that I wanted a different one, is I just want to try it out. I want to see what it's like. If we decide that we don't like it, we can change it over, and we can get something different. But at the moment, I'll use what we've got. There's no point in splurging all of our cash straight away. This trailer right here, I want to park this one in such a way that I don't need to keep doing lots of reversing with it. Because it's just a standard trailer, I'm actually just going to park it outside, and I'm going to put it there. I'm not going to worry about it. Right, so we're then going to go and get our seed drill that we've got, which is this one right here. And... we will hook that one on. So this one doesn't take fertilizer. I want to be planting in this one. I want canola, so I'm going to Change that over to canola like that. Now, what I don't have is seed. This one doesn't take fertilizer, so we're going to need that. I'm going to need the fertilizer spreader anyway. I want to get something on the farm that I can do fertilizer and seed with, because I don't want to be driving backwards and forwards picking up bags of seed all the time. So that's the next thing that I'm going to buy and build. I kind of like this idea right here. This is a small buying station, so we can just have this one set up somewhere, and then we can buy our seed and that from it. I want to be able to access it. Actually, I think right here, this would be a good spot. We could put it next to the chicken pen, because the roof, the chicken pen, and the house that we've got here, it all kind of matches. I could also put this one here on the side. That one could have been built into the side of the pen like that, rather than right up against the house. I think that would be better, actually. I think it's going to fit the thing that we got going on here. Unfortunately, that chicken pen is not in a cardinal direction with this one. I need to be able to toggle snapping off. I have no idea what the grid snapping and everything else was all about, because it didn't seem to make any difference to anything that I did at all. So I don't know what that's in aid of. But anyway, we have now got this bit here. So if I bring this one up to here like this, lower it down, and open the cover, I should be able to fill it up with bought seed. There we go. 900 that cost. So then I can close that lid down, lift it up, set the other way around. Right. And I can now go and plant canola. So we'll run this up to field 5, and I'm going to plant this in there. Why would you stop right in front of me? I slowed down so that he could go past. And he just slammed the brakes on. What is wrong with these people? Seriously. That clearly, that wasn't me. That cannot be blamed on me. I was completely, almost innocent on that one. Maybe a little tiny bit at fault, because I should have been able to stop when the car stopped. No, it was his fault. It was completely his fault. I refuse to accept responsibility. I absolutely refuse. Okay, let's drop this one down here like this, and I'm hoping that we are now planting canola. Excellent. Right, so we want to run this little bit down through here. I will just change this around on the edge. That little tiny bit in the corner of the field there, I'm going to change that. I don't like that how it is. There. Only needed to just adjust a little tiny bit like that. That bit sticking out the way it was, I didn't like it. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.